Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DLloyd and welcome back to another NBA 2K16 What If scenario. So, there has been rumors and reports that the Oklahoma Thunder are possibly targeting Blake Griffin in the 2017 offseason. So yesterday we went ahead and we had Russell Westbrook leave OKC. This time I want to go ahead and bring him a little bit of help this time. So we added Blake Griffin to the Oklahoma City Thunder, because what if the Thunder were able to actually land Blake Griffin in the offseason of next year? So we added him to the roster. This is currently the roster. They still have Adams. They still got Cantor. Oladipo was there. They still have a lot of pieces on this roster, you guys. And Dion Waiters, I did actually release him to free agency because I do know they rescinded their offer in real life yesterday. So I went ahead and released him and put him in free agency in this game. So when you look at what they have for the starting lineup, they have Russell Westbrook at the 1, Victor Oladipo at the 2, Robertson at the 3, Blake Griffin at the 4, and then Steven Adams at the 5, with Cantor coming off of the bench. So they have a very good roster. But is this roster better than the Golden State Warriors? We will find out. Or are they even better than the San Antonio Spurs? So just like last time, we'll go ahead and simulate this through. I turned off injuries, I turned off trading, so we can go ahead and get straight to the point and see what will happen. So right away, the kind of off and on, they're going on a nice little winning streak right here, and you see them at 20 wins right now. But this would be very interesting in real life if Blake Griffin does go to the Thunder, because the Thunder are trying to keep Russell Westbrook on the team, and this might be a possibility to try to keep him. I'm not sure if it will be successful or not, because I don't think Russell Westbrook will actually commit to a team before the end of the season or not. But looking at this awards, we end up going 61-21 with Blake Griffin on the team. KD is the MVP. Ben Simmons is the Rookie of the Year. Greg Monroe is going to be the 6th Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. CJ McCollum is going to be the Most Improved Player. And then Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors are going to win Coach of the Year. 70-12 was the record. Of 99, almost everything, but they do have a 98 defense. But it's still a fantastic team. The All-NBA First Team, you got Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and DeMarcus Cousins. The All-NBA Second Team is Stephen Curry, James Harden, Chris Bosh, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez. The third team is Nicholas Batum, Chris Paul, Ben Simmons, Carmelo Anthony, and Steven Adams, who is actually on this list. For All Defensive First Team, we got Russell Westbrook, who made this list for us. The second team, nobody made it from us, and we don't have anybody on the all rookie team. But let's go ahead and see where we're seated at in the playoffs. We are a number 2 seed, which is not bad whatsoever. But before we look at the playoffs, let's go ahead and look at our stats. So we'll go through team stats first, and then we'll go to the league leaders. Russell Westbrook led the way with 22 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. So not a bad season from Russell Westbrook at all. Steven Adams had 18 and 11. A very good year for him. Blake Griffin averaged 18 and 8 and 5. So not bad for Blake Griffin either. Cantor, he had 15 and 10. So a lot of good players on this team. Victor Oladipo averaged just under 14 points and 5 assists. So not bad from the OKC Thunder. Let's look at the league leaders in points. You got Kevin Durant averaging just under 28 points a game. Damian Lillard is up there. Anthony Davis and then Stephen Curry. And then Chris Bosh is actually 5th in the league in scoring, averaging 24 points a game. Going to the rebounds, Andre Drummond averaged 15 rebounds a ball game, which is absolutely fantastic. DeAndre Jordan was up there. Hassan Whiteside, Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, DeMarcus Cousins, and then Steven Adams. For assists, Chris Paul is up there, of course, 9.6 assists a game. Rajon Rondo is 2nd, and then Russell Westbrook is 3rd with 8.8. And then steals per game, Isaiah Thomas is there. Russell Westbrook is on this list again. And then taking a look at blocks, you get Anthony Davis averaging 3 blocks a game. So did Brook Lopez. So let's go ahead and take a final look at our roster. See how we stacked up. So Russell Westbrook 95 overall, Blake Griffin at 90 overall, Adams 86, Cantor 84, Victor Oladipo at 82 overall. So they got a very good team down here in OKC. And we're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. So now let's go ahead and look at the Timberwolves roster, see what they have. Because they have Karl Anthony Towns 87 overall, Andrew Wiggins at an 84, Zach LaVine 81, Chris Dunn ends up being an 81 overall. So a very good rookie season for Chris Dunn. And then they even have Ricky Rubio still. They got Jordan Hill, Gorgie Dane. They have a very talented roster as well. But let's see what happens here in the playoffs. We have home court advantage. We're going to simulate game 1, and we win that one. Game 2, we end up winning this one as well. So now we're traveling to Minnesota, and we end up losing. We do win game 4 in Minnesota. Now we're back in OKC, and we're going to go ahead and win that ball game. So we're now to the second round, where we're going to be taking on the Portland Trailblazers. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Trailblazers roster. They got Damian Lillard, who's an 89. They got CJ McCollum, who's an 87. But besides that, a pretty big fall off in terms of overall. They have a lot of depth here, but they got Mason Plumlee, Evan Turner, Ed Davis, Alan Crabb. They got Aminu, Festus Ezeli. They got a pretty decent squad, but I think our team is a little bit better. So let's go ahead and simulate this. We win game 1. We win game 2. Can we win game 3? Yes, we can. And we're able to pull off a sweep against the Trailblazers. We're going to simulate this again, and then we get the matchup that we kind of have been waiting for. But before we go to look at that, look at this, you guys. Philadelphia 76ers are a 3 seed in the East. So that's definitely a little crazy. They're going to be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. But let's take a look at the Warriors roster, because their roster is absolutely stacked. Stephen Curry is there. Kevin Durant is there. Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala. Very stacked lineup, and this is going to be a tough series. So let's actually go ahead and let's simcast these games, because we want to see how we can hold up against the Golden State Warriors. Is this team better than the Thunder, or can the Thunder actually pull off an upset? We'll take a look right here. Right away, we are losing. We give up 38 points in the first quarter to the Warriors. That's absolutely not good, but we come back here in the second quarter, putting up a lot of points, and we're actually going to take a lead at halftime. We are now here in the third quarter with a nice lead, and can we hold on to it? That is the question. This game's tied up, going back and forth here in the fourth quarter, but could we hold on to it? And yes, we can. We end up winning by 8 points, 112-104 in game 1. Russell Westbrook had 27 points, 11 rebounds. Steven Adams had 21 and 15. Oladipo had 20 and 6. Blake Griffin only 10 and 4 off of 3 for 7 shooting. Stephen Curry had 34. KD had 25, and that was pretty much all the points from that came from the Warriors players. Let's go ahead and simulate to game 2 now, and let's pretty much see what happens in this ball game. So Golden State takes a huge lead here to start off this game, but we're still in there. We're still holding on. We end up scoring 35 points in the first quarter to their 39. So a very offensive first quarter. It looked like a very offensive second quarter as well. And this third quarter is definitely going to be important to see who leads heading into the fourth. This one is extremely close. We take a lead here in the end of the fourth. We give it right back, and it looks like the Golden State Warriors will end up holding on in the fourth quarter, 134-128. So a very offensive game in this matchup. Steven Adams actually led the way with 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's absolutely crazy. Russell Westbrook had 24, 10, and 9. Blake Griffin had 27 and 9. So not bad for Blake Griffin. Definitely stepped up after the first game. But Stephen Curry had 29 points again. Kevin Durant had 29. Klay Thompson had 19. So let's go ahead and simulate to game 3. We are at home now. Let's see if we can hold down home court here in Oklahoma City. So we have a nice lead to start off this ball game. That's definitely crazy, scoring 40 points in the first quarter. It looked like we might score at least over 30 points in the second, but we slowed down a lot after a quick start in the second quarter. And look at this, absolutely being blown out here in the third quarter, but we're still able to somehow hold the lead here in the fourth quarter. We give it up, we take it right back. This game is going back and forth, and we're in overtime. Looks like we're pulling away here in overtime, and we do come through with the victory, 136-132. Very close game right there, but we're now up 2 games to 1. Victor Oladipo had 26 points. Blake Griffin had 26 as well. Russell Westbrook had 18, 11, and 16. Crazy game from Russell Westbrook. Look at the Golden State. See what they did. KD had 31. Stephen Curry had 27. And then Larry Sanders had 20 points. So let's go ahead. I meant to simulate to the next game. Simulate to game 4. See if we can take a 3-1 lead against the Warriors. We're still at home in this matchup, but we have a lead early in the ball game. Can we hold on to it? That is definitely the question. Having a pretty good second quarter as well. Golden State's trying to come back, keeping this game close, but we do have a lead at halftime, which is absolutely good. And now it looks like we're kind of running away with this game a little bit, but you never know what's going to happen here in the fourth quarter. We just need to manage to hold on, and it looks as if we're going to be able to do that. So we're actually up 3-1 in this series against the Golden State Warriors. Russell Westbrook had 22, 10, and 7. He even added 5 steals. Blake Griffin had 21, 9, and 6, which is good. Steven Adams had 16 and 8. I'm taking a look at the Warriors. Kevin Durant had 29. Stephen Curry only had 16 points, all on 1 for 8 shooting from the 3-point line. Draymond Green had 13, and Klay Thompson only contributed a total of 9 points. So we're now here, Game 5, back in Oracle. Let's see if we can come through with a victory and advance to the NBA Finals. So we have a lead. We scored 31 in the first quarter, which is great. We had a lead. We need to make sure we're able to hold on to it. We're going to take the lead into halftime, and now we have 1 half left to try to hold off the Warriors, and we will be going to the NBA Finals. So we're here in the fourth quarter now. Look like we're pulling away here in the fourth. All we need to do is hold on for 5 minutes, and this one should be complete. And now we're just running away with it. 41-18 in the fourth quarter. Crazy fourth quarter here. Russell Westbrook had 28, 11, and 9. Steven Adams, 24 points, 19 rebounds, and 7 assists. Victor Oladipo had 22, 5, and 3. Blake Griffin 16, 10, and 5. And Ernest Cantor had 13 points and 16 rebounds. Looking at the Warriors, Stephen Curry had 29, KD had 23, and no other help from the Warriors. So we end up winning this series. See who we take on in the NBA Finals. Of course, we're going to be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. So let's take a look at their roster very quick. See who they're bringing to the table in this finals matchup. Cleveland has LeBron James, of course, Kyrie Irving at an 89, Kevin Love at an 84, Tristan Thompson 81, J.R. Smith 80, and Richard Jefferson at a 77 overall. So let's go ahead, Simcast this series, see if we could win the championship with this roster. So far it's actually looking like losing Kevin Durant, bringing on Blake Griffin is not a bad move for the Thunder, but here in the finals, we are definitely losing here in Game 1 at home, mind you. So we need to have a strong third quarter if we want to try to win this ball game. And early on, we have the lead in the third, not the lead, but we were winning the third quarter. But it looks like the Cleveland Cavaliers might actually pull away. Let's pull off some type of comeback in these final 3 minutes, and we're unable to actually do that. So we do lose Game 1 in the series. Robertson was actually our leading scorer with 23 points. Griffin had 21, and then Russell Westbrook had 20. Kyrie had 31 points. LeBron only had 15, but that was enough for them to get this W. So now we're here for Game 2. Let's see what happens. We cannot go down 0-2 when we have home court advantage. So this is pretty much a must-win for the Thunder in this matchup. And looks like we might have a shot at it. If we could try to pull away, put together a big run in the third quarter to kind of seal it. It looks like this third quarter is very uneventful in terms of points, but we still managed to have the lead heading into the fourth quarter. And it looks like we might be able to actually hold on to this lead, or maybe not, because this game got close, but we end up winning by 3 anyway. So we almost gave up a lead towards the end of the ball game. But Russell Westbrook ended up having 30 points, which definitely probably could have helped. Kyrie had 35. So Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving looks like they're going at it in this series. Now we're here in Game 3. We're in Quicken Loans Arena. Can we actually hold on and win Game 3? That would definitely be huge for us right now. We're up by as much as 10 points. Look like we're a little over 10 right now, and that is definitely great. So we have a lead heading into the third quarter. 34 points in the first and 36 points in the second quarter. So very good first half for us, but we give up 37 in the third, and now Cleveland looks like they might run away with this matchup, and they end up winning 128-123. So very close series now. Westbrook had 28. LeBron actually had 27 this time, but Kyrie still had 25. So like I said, it still looks like they're clearly battling back and forth, especially between Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving. So we're now here for Game 4. We need to try to win this ball game because we are down 2-1. We need to make sure we don't go down 3-1 in this series. So very close quarter, 37 points to 35 points in the first quarter. So very much a back and forth game so far. Look at all the points being scored. Even in the second quarter, we only won that one by 1. But look at this. Cleveland jumps off to a huge lead here in the third. Now in the fourth quarter, this one is going back and forth. Can we pull this one off? Only 1 minute remaining, and we're able to do that. So this series is tied up at 2 games apiece, you guys. Blake Griffin had 30 points. Russell Westbrook only had 12 in this ball game. Kyrie, he did his thing once again, putting up 29 points. LeBron only had 16 in this game. So now we're here for game 5. We're back in Oklahoma. Let's see if we can actually win this ball game and go up 3 games to 2. This is a pivotal game, pretty much a must-win game for both teams. You definitely want to take a 3-2 lead. That is definitely ideal. You don't want to go down and make these elimination games. But it looks like we might be able to hold on to it. We're kind of pulling away here in the third quarter, which is definitely good. But we have 1 more quarter to try to hold on to this 10-point lead we have. This game is very close. I don't know what's going to happen. It looks like we put together a nice little run in the last 2 minutes. Able to win this game. Russell Westbrook, 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Very good. LeBron James had 21. Kyrie Irving had 20. So now let's go ahead and go to the final game of, well, not the final, game 6. Hopefully this is the final game of the series, because if we can win this one in Cleveland, that would definitely be pretty cool. But right now we have a nice little lead here, and can we actually hold on to it? That is definitely the question, and it looks like we might be able to do it. This game is definitely close. We need to have a strong fourth quarter if we want to win this ball game. And it looks like we're definitely getting that strong fourth quarter here, but we give up a lead, we get it back, we give it back up, we get it back, and we're going to end up winning the NBA championship, you guys. So a very close matchup. We end up winning 148 to 141. It took 50 points in the fourth quarter to hold on to this victory. Look at this final score. Russell Westbrook had 32 points. Blake Griffin had 31. So they both stepped up when we needed them, especially Russell Westbrook, 32, 15, and 12. Absolutely crazy. Kevin Love had 26. Kyrie had 22. LeBron only had 20 points. He did have 11 assists, but not really putting the team on his back that I would expect in the NBA Finals. But that is it, you guys. So apparently 2K thinks if Blake Griffin joins the Thunder, they might have the best team in the NBA. Could definitely contend for an NBA championship, if not win an NBA championship. But let me know in the comment section below, you guys, what do you think will happen if this actually happened? Do you think the Thunder are one of the best teams in the NBA again if they're able to hold on to Russell Westbrook and add Blake Griffin to the roster? And do you think they will actually win a championship at some point during the run with those players on the team? Let me know that in the comment section below. Also, let me know what other what-if scenarios you would like me to try to go ahead and simulate through, and we can see how that stuff will play out. These are definitely fun, definitely interesting, and I definitely like them. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave this video a like. It will help me out a lot, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy D Lloyd. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.